God is doing such a greater work than we could ever imagine or sometimes ever even see. There's about 600 or so thousand people that live in Albuquerque, but in the state of New Mexico is definitely the biggest city in the state. Our vision is to lead every person toward unity in Jesus. We really exist to show every person that we all have value, we all have hope, and we all have purpose in Jesus. And we celebrate our diversity, we celebrate our uniqueness, and we find our identity in Jesus. And we believe we're here to help every person realize that. And we're trying to love people. We're trying to meet people and lead them to Jesus. What I've kind of seen to be one of the bigger challenges is helping people see that not only do they need the hope of the gospel, but how much better it will actually make their life. We start to see this transformation begin to take place over time, strictly, I think, for the fact that it's the long, slow game of loving people where they're at. Even spending time on the college campus with some of our students. The most success, the most impact, the most effect I feel like that we've had in a positive way has come from genuinely being able to sit and listen, share the impact that Jesus has had on our life, and loving them right where they're at, instead of painting this picture of this is where you should be. Years and years ago, we had a kid come, just a summer outreach program. He loved it. Ended up begging his mom, to come to church with him, come check it out. She finally relented and would come to church with him. She ended up loving it. The kid's mom and dad weren't together, but his dad eventually started coming to the church. He would sit in the back for the most part, but slowly over time, after sitting in the back, sneaking out early, God began to do a work in his heart, and it was really cool to see. And eventually, there was a service where he gave his life to the Lord, and God began to do a work not only in his heart, but in their family's heart. So mom and dad then get back together. They eventually get married, and what was once a broken family is now a family made whole by the redemptive love of God. Fast forward even more, he's our connections pastor to this day. It was just a beautiful example of this love of God that we're called to be for people. Faithfulness is success. And it's that faithfulness that I believe God has called us to. God is doing such a greater work in us and through us than we could ever imagine or sometimes ever even see.